Hello and welcome back to the Whatnauts Captain's Log number 304. We are about to do a fantasy draft on today's episode. We'll explain how all of that works in just a sec, but let's introduce everyone. My name is Kyle Springer. I am joined, as always, by Melissa Wilkinson. Melissa, how are you?
That's true. I'm doing just fine. Had a busy week. Happy to be here.
Good. And back on the show is Jacquelyn. Jacquelyn, thank you so much for being here. It's great to have you.
Thank you so much for letting me return. It's always an honor, truly.
Absolutely. And yes, if you are watching the video version, we realize Jacquelyn's camera is very dark. We have done everything we could to brighten it up, but unfortunately, this is the best that we can get right now. But Jacquelyn, I got to meet you in person when I went to St. Louis. It was great. It was great to get to meet you.
Yes, I feel the same way. It's one thing to see a face through a screen and another to see it in person.
Right.
It feels like I know you even more than I did before. Before you came into my life, I missed you so bad, as Carly Rae Jepsen would say.
Good. I'm glad. Melissa, your hectic week has just been like a busy week at work. Is there something happening? You were at an event. You sent me a picture of that's the bar we were at when you were here, but from the opposite side.
Yes. I went to a baseball game last night. I went to the Mercy Hospital private suite at Busch Stadium, official medical provider of the St. Louis Cardinals.
There you go. That's fun. It's been a while since I've been to a baseball game. I've been wanting to go to one here in Oklahoma, but I haven't made it out yet. So,
This game was not well attended, despite it being stunning weather. So, if you want to go to a game, come up here. We need the attendance rate spike.
There you go. I'm just happy that Formula One is back and hockey is starting up next month-ish. So that'll be fun. I had an interesting weekend though too. Please continue.
You don't know anything about Formula One except for that I got you to go see the F1 movie with me, but I need to tell you about this one part of last week's F1 race. So this was, Kyle, you've seen it?
Yep, I have.
This was a pretty chaotic race. Some of the best drivers just hit a wet spot or something happened with their car. They are out. They're out of the race. They're all fine. Yeah, both Ferraris, goodbye. No Ferrari points on the board. And then close to the end, he still had a chance to come in first. My sweet baby Lando Norris, who tries so hard, and he has the saddest eyes because he wants it so bad. His car just starts smoking. I don't know if there were actual flames, but that thing smoked like it was The Mask.
Oh, shit.
He has to pull over a couple laps from the end, stop driving. He's completely gone, completely off the board, and he's okay. There was no collision. His car just started smoking. So he slows to a stop, he parks, and then he gets up and he walks away. And this racetrack they were at had some hills, some sort of sandy hills in the middle of the track, because the track's a circle. And you're watching the helicopter cam view down on this as Lando, who has a neon green helmet and a bright orange jumpsuit, a brightly colored little candy boy. And you have this posh British announcer say, "And that's a lonely trudge into the sand dunes for Lando Norris." And there's Lando with his helmet in his hands, has not taken the helmet off yet. These boys are upset when they leave the helmet on longer than they really need to. They're hiding in there. That's their safe spot, is in the helmet. Just sitting on the sand, helmet in his hands, just despondent as Oscar Piastri wins again.
Yeah. Let me see if I can. I think there's like a little chat thing that I can put something in for all of us. Oh, that messed up the cameras. So let me
Whoop.
put this in there real quick. So that's not Lando. That's Charles Leclerc. But he had the same kind of
Yep.
thing where he's just sitting on the side, just looking all sad.
I know. And he also looks sad to begin with.
Oh
What
my
I love about
God.
Charles is he looks like a little French bulldog. he's so sweet.
Man.
Yep, he also had no luck. And these are some of the best to ever do it. Just gone. That's the luck of the draw sometimes in F1. So for all of that happening, we had a rookie win for the first time. He's only raced like 14 times and he got
This is
third place. He
Rookie
podiumed.
season. Yeah. Isaac
Yes,
Hadjar.
so we're-
Congratulations to him.
Yes.
Fantastic.
There's ups and there's downs. Thank you for listening to F1 Corner.
My weekend was kind of as chaotic as the race was. My crazy weekend. I screwed up dinner on Saturday night. I was trying to make this udon, this chicken udon thing. I had tried it once before. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted it, but I was like, okay, let me fix some things and we'll try this. And I completely screwed it up. So I threw most of it away, and I had to let my pan soak overnight because some of it got burnt to the bottom. And
My God.
so overnight, it soaked, and I cleaned it the next day after the podcast, and the like little bits of noodles that were stuck on there that then went down into my garbage disposal clogged our drain. The pan, having sat in water all night, is now completely rusted over. I had to give it 2 vinegar baths just to get all of the rust off, and I hate the smell of vinegar. Like, it is the worst thing that I could think of like the smell of. And I had to do that. So I was like, all right, let me go to Grubhub. I'll buy some wings. And my order's in. The driver goes to the store and texts me and says, hey, it's a 40-minute wait, and there's about 30 other delivery drivers in here, all waiting on food. And that's when it hit me. College football started up. Again, it's college football night. Like everyone wants wings, of course. So I was like, let me try and cancel it. So the app wouldn't let me cancel it because they had already started making the order, even though they hadn't.
All that means is that a teenage employee like wrote your
Hit a
name on
button.
one of the
Yeah.
little cardboard boats.
Yeah, exactly. And so I was like, I'm not gonna make you wait. You can leave. Have a good night. And so she left, but it transferred me to another driver who then eventually got me my food. But it was just this like, what is happening? Why is there a 40-minute wait at Wingstop? What is going on? So, chaos. That's what I've been up to.
Yep.
Anyways,
Was the
we are
Wingstop
here.
good?
Oh, it did turn out good. I was expecting it to be cold
Good.
because of the wait, but it was actually hot when it got to me. So I
Wow.
think they must have either remade it or did not make it until it got there. But yeah, it was good. So,
What did you get? What form factor? What flavors?
I like to get one spicy and one not spicy. It was the Korean barbecue that was the spicy one. It's like the top of the mid tier. And then I got the like Hawaiian barbecue one, which is not spicy.
Nice.
It's like a pineapple guava flavor ish. Yeah, it's good.
Bones?
stuff.
No bones?
Boneless.
Ranch blue cheese?
Ranch, but I didn't really use it except for on my fries. So that's it. Wingstop was good. It was fine. It was
Good.
Wingstop, you know?
It's Wingstop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. We've not done a fantasy draft in a while. It's been like 2 years,
Yeah.
I think. something like that. I think the last one we
Yeah.
did was our fantasy dad draft, which was a great one.
No.
Is that right? No,
We did
not
one-
wrong.
There was
I think
one
did we do
after-
one since then? It's
It was-
TV show opening
Yes.
themes.
Oh, there you
and
go.
I think
Yeah.
Yes,
that was
that
like
was,
almost exactly 2 years ago.
Yes,
Wow,
September
okay.
2nd, 2023.
Wow. All right, 2 years basically on the dot. That's fun.
Yeah.
Melissa, I'm going to toss this over to you to kind of explain the draft and how it works and what we are drafting.
The way the draft works, we don't do anything with the draft. This does not continue like a fantasy football draft.
Very
It's a one-night
serious,
special.
Melissa.
We are all going to go around in a circle. We're going to do it serpentine style. Third person to go goes first in the next round. We're going to do 5 rounds. Tonight we are drafting directors and the actors they love to work with.
Now, there are some stipulations, some
Yes.
things of how we calculated who was available.
Multiple directors and multiple actors are available. If you're a director who's got a bunch of different guys, each pairing can be drafted on its own. No one director or one actor is completely cut out of the race once they've been selected. You have to have worked together at least 3 times. If you're known for a franchise, if you work together in a franchise, there has to be at least one instance of you working together outside of that franchise. And if the director is known for mediums besides film, those instances are also allowed, such as a TV show or theoretically a video game, an audio fiction podcast, whatever. But I think we're only talking movies and TV tonight.
Yeah, I thought about video game stuff, but as much as Hideo Kojima loves his Hollywood actors, I don't think he's worked with anyone more than 3 times outside of the same franchise.
I didn't think so, but I wanted to leave it open just in case.
Right? Yeah.
I'd love
yeah.
to be surprised.
Almost had Norman Reedus with him there. Good stuff. Okay. All right. Well, how are we determining who goes first then?
There's the classic rock, paper, scissors. Do we have any other ideas?
Can we do like does Google do a dice roll thing? Google dice roll. Oh yeah. It does. It gives you a D4, 6, 8, 10, 12, or 20. And I think we can add if
Wow.
we want to. Do we want to do a D20 and see who gets the highest roll?
Okay.
Yeah?
Sure.
All right, Kyle, you go first.
I just Google searched Google dice roll. That was all. So I am doing my dice roll. I got a 20.
All right, Kyle
Put
goes
this up
first.
on screen if you want, so you know I'm not cheating. I got a 20. See, it's right
Natural.
there. If you want me to go first, I'm more than happy to.
The dice decided.
All right. Oh man. Okay. I think I might jump into
Well,
my.
hold on. No, hold on.
Okay.
We have to, who goes second and third? We're not finished here.
There we
When
go,
I
there we
rolled, I
go.
got a 19.
Okay.
There
Well,
bunch
you
of
go.
high rollers here.
I'll
should
go third then.
Start a tabletop role play campaign or something.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, that's our order then. Kyle, then Jacquelyn, then me.
Okay. All right. There we go. Sorry, Charles Leclerc. I don't need to see your pictures anymore. They're sad enough as it is. Okay. I think I'm going to jump right into maybe my weirdest one.
I like it.
I found it surprisingly difficult to research TV directors and the people they've collaborated with unless it was ones you already knew.
Yeah.
Because when you Google searched for like TV directors that work with the same actors again, or the like, it would always surface film directors. Here's Martin Scorsese. Here's this guy. Here's that guy, right? And it's like, no, that's not. I mean, maybe he did a TV show once, but that's not who I want, right? So here's one. Hiro Murai and Donald Glover. Hiro was one of the main directors on his show Atlanta. He also directed some episodes of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and he has done numerous music videos for Childish Gambino, including This Is America in 3005.
Thank you. That counts. Thank you for... I wasn't even thinking music videos. Thank you for thinking that far outside the box.
Yeah.
Incredible.
I was hoping I wouldn't have to argue that, but when at the start, when you were like, and it's open to video games and all that stuff, I was like, all right, good. Yes. So there you go. That's my first pick.
Wonderful.
That's great.
All right, Jacquelyn,
All right.
you are up.
Okay. This is the main director-actor pairing that I had to choose. It would have physically hurt if I didn't choose it. And that is Paul Thomas Anderson and Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yes.
There we go. We just covered The Master over on the review show. It's a great one.
I just listened to that episode a few days ago.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Thank you. It's a pairing for the ages, a pairing that transcends time in that after the unfortunate death of Philip Seymour Hoffman, PTA went on to do a movie with his son, Cooper Hoffman. I'm not sure if we've got another case of that we're going to discuss tonight.
Yeah. What I really
if you had to pick one, if you had to pick one, what's your favorite of their film collaborations?
That's a great question, because the thing that I really appreciate about this pairing in particular is that Paul Thomas Anderson could bring Philip Seymour Hoffman in for literally a scene. Like, there is just one scene with him and Hard Eight in it, and it's the best scene in the movie, or at least one of the best scenes to me. Like, he just has such a charisma to him that PTA brings out specifically, and I think that he does so much with so little. Like, he plays, except for the Master, every other character he's played in PTA movies are at the most supporting character roles, and I think that he always really makes the most out of what he's given. With that being said, I would still choose Scotty in Boogie Nights, just because...
me too.
Yes, that... I feel like that's a character that could just come across as only pathetic in the hands of another actor, but he makes him both simultaneously pathetic and sympathetic. Like, you really do feel for this character, and as awkward and uncomfortable as he is, like, he just portrays that so well, and I just cannot see any other actor giving it the same pathos as he does.
Good choice.
And it's such a physical performance, the way he's like got his arms folded, and when he's uncomfortable he's trying to like shrink into himself. He keeps wearing shirts that are too small.
Yes.
Lots of good details.
Yeah, I feel like
All right.
every role he had just was so great. Those two together. Wish they had more, but I'm glad that at least Cooper Hoffman is now taking his place in some way.
Historic. Happy that went first. Okay, I'm on the serpentine curve. I get the back-to-back. So I am going to start with, funnily enough, an actor I also drafted in my first round in a previous draft we did on characters we wish were our dads.
I think
I am taking John Goodman and the Coen brothers.
It's a great
That was
one.
on my list too.
Yep.
Iconic.
Mm-hmm. They get him to play such... He's like one of the most charming, affable screen presences I think we have, flat out. But he can possess such a menace. He is literally a heavyweight. And the Coens are great at using that, using both parts of that. Like an extremely charming man who could also kill you at any moment.
Right, yeah. He has this,
My favorite of his-
imposing presence. Right?
Yes. I think my favorite of his roles is in Barton Fink. I know
That's a
Big
good one.
Lebowski is the one that gets quoted all the time, Finding a Stranger in the Alps, etc. But I love in Barton Fink where he just kind of plays the devil.
I'm a big
Devil
fan
walking
of
through
Oh Brother,
flames.
Where Art Thou? That one's
Yes.
mine.
I just rewatched that a couple days ago. When he does the slow turnaround, the turnaround nobody would do except it's to deliver the punchline that he has an eye patch.
Right. Yeah.
Terrific.
We thought you was a toad. I'm in
Do
a tight
not
spot. I'm in a tight
seek
spot.
the treasure.
She done RUNNOFT. I love that one. I can quote that one so much. It's great. Good stuff.
And my second pick is Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell.
Also,
Had
a
to be done.
classic.
Thank you for your
I
service.
love that. Yes, Bruce, thank you for your service and being beaten up, covered with blood, destroyed by deadites, all kinds of things. I like that in their collaborations together, Sam Raimi either has Bruce Campbell get completely beat up, just messed up to hell and back, or he gets to play the snotty little trickster who has literally the final word at the end of the movie. It's one or the other. And every time he makes a movie, Bruce Campbell must be there, even if it's for a tiny, pretty much insignificant cameo, like at the end of Dark Man. He knows we're out there looking for it.
Hey,
And
shout
we're
out to
so
Pizza
happy
Papa.
to see him. Pizza Papa always gets paid. He ends that movie with
Yeah.
this silly cameo character looking at the screen saying, "It's over." One of one in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm happy to have it.
Good stuff, indeed. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite
Okay.
particular Bruce Campbell role in a Sam Raimi movie or cameo? If it's not Pizza Papa.
I don't think it is Pizza Papa. He plays one of cinema's greatest villains in Spider-Man 2 when he won't let Peter in to
Yes.
see Mary Jane's play because he's like 2 minutes late. That
Life
sticks
just
with you.
drags Peter through the mud. Like that's yeah.
That's
really
his most
does.
memorable. And I do love the aforementioned use of him in Darkman. Kyle, I'm going to make you watch Darkman at some point.
I've heard the name repeatedly over the past couple years, but I
From
really
me?
don't know much about it. No, from all sorts of places.
Okay.
But yeah, don't know much about it. Dark.
When
It's a
the
Kyle-esque
Clayface
Kyle
movie is
movie.
about to come out, when we finally get to Clayface, then I'm going to make you watch Darkman because it'll be very relevant.
Okay. Cool. I'm excited. Jacquelyn, tossing it back to you. What is your
All
second
right.
pick?
My second pick is another one of my favorite directors and favorite actors, and that would be Richard Linklater and Ethan Hawke. They've been in, well, I should say Ethan Hawke has been in 9 of Richard Linklater's movies, which some of them are in a series, but, you know, not counting the Before trilogy, he's been in, will be in Blue Moon, which is coming out later this year. He's been in Boyhood. He's been in Fast Food Nation. There were a few other movies that I hadn't seen yet of Richard Linklater's that he's in, but they're frequent collaborators. And I think that Richard Linklater brings the best out of Ethan Hawke, much like Paul Thomas Anderson brought the best out of Philip Seymour Hoffman. And they just do really good work together. I really enjoy them as a pairing. Two Texas guys that seem like cool dudes that you'd want to get a beer with, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. Heck yeah. That was one when I was looking up stuff online, and all of the lists, it was like Linklater and Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff, man. I have my list right here in front of me, but it's hard to pick which ones I want to do. I'm gonna go with Bong Joon-ho and Song Kang-ho. They were in Memories of Murder, which I watched recently, actually. He's in The Host, and he's also the father in Parasite.
Good.
In that
Very good.
in that one. So, yeah, I've seen all three of the shows, but it's been a long time since I've seen The Host. So I don't remember exactly what his role is in that one. But good monster movie if you guys want a good monster movie for spooky season.
It's
Thank
on
you
the
for
watch
invoking
list.
Parasite while one of us is in a basement.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
And something that we've all three previously discussed before, too.
Yes.
Yeah. We just need
I'm
your
glad to bring
light
it
in the
full circle.
background there to start flashing.
That's always a possibility. Sometimes it does do that.
Okay, so that was my second pick. For my third pick, ooh, man. Here, we'll do this one. We'll do David Lynch and Kyle MacLachlan.
Had to do it.
Yep.
Had to do it.
Twin Peaks,
job.
Dune, and Blue Velvet. I've not actually seen Blue Velvet, but I know they've worked together
Ooh.
on Dune and Twin Peaks, which I've seen both of.
Blue Velvet, I think, would be another Kyle movie.
I really like David Lynch. All of his stuff
Yeah.
that I've seen has been fantastic. And yeah, it's just absolutely bizarre and weird and good stuff.
Yeah, this might be my favorite friendship out of any of these pairings we discussed tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, because it really feels like when Kyle MacLachlan shows up in Twin Peaks that it's supposed to be a younger version of David Lynch, but then David Lynch just writes himself in, and it's just a role where he's
Yes.
yelling all the time, and it's great.
I can't hear you.
Yeah. Such good
Oh,
good
goodness.
stuff. All right.
Oh, speaking of
so-
Kyle MacLachlan, he
yeah.
makes a lot of videos on I'm not a TikToker, but I do see Instagram videos that he posts. He's really up to date with a lot of modern pop music, and he'll make videos of himself like dancing or singing along to popular songs. He made a fan edit
Heck
of
yeah.
himself and David Lynch. Before David Lynch passed away, this was just as buddies set to Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish, and it's just like a fan edit of them throughout the years. You should really check this out. It's on his Instagram. Like
Amazing.
within the last 2 years, it was posted on there.
Great.
It's so sweet. Just doing it to do it because they're buds.
Yeah, it's really touching.
Good stuff. So Jacquelyn, back to you again. Is this your
Yeah.
third pick or fourth pick?
It is my third.
Third pick. Cool.
So with my third pick, I will go with James Gunn and Michael Rooker.
Yes.
Which Michael Rooker has been in most of James Gunn's movies. I think Superman was the first movie that James Gunn made that Michael Rooker wasn't in. But even though I haven't seen Slither or Super, they're both on my watch list. He is in both of them, and then he was in all three of the Guardians movies and was also in the Suicide Squad. So figured that would count since he's been in,
Yes.
not counting the franchise sequels to Guardians, more than 3 movies altogether. But yeah, I think that if I remember correctly, James Gunn being good friends with Michael Rooker and casting him in everything is what made him decide to expand Yondu's storyline in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. And that storyline in particular struck such an emotional chord with me that I have to thank Michael Rooker, because it's like that butterfly domino effect thing where
Yes.
if he didn't play Yondu and James Gunn didn't know him, then they wouldn't have expanded that arc and that movie wouldn't have been the same. And yeah, I just really appreciate their work together. I hope that they do something else again in the future. I can't see why they wouldn't. But yeah, I enjoy them together a lot.
That is, as a big Marvel nerd, that is one of my very favorite performances in the Marvel movies. Michael Rooker as Yondu.
Yes.
The journey that character goes on in just 2 movies covers
So good.
so much ground, is so effective. The end of Guardians 2 is just beautiful, makes you misty-eyed even if you've seen it
Yep.
a dozen times. Wonderful. Happy that got taken.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
boy.
seen bits and pieces of Slither, but I don't think I've seen the whole thing.
I also haven't seen it. Okay. For my third pick, I'm going to go with Guillermo del Toro and Doug Jones. Not the most
Thank you.
obvious pick, but I feel like Ron Perlman would have had a reputation as a favorite fun character actor, even if he wasn't Hellboy, even if he wasn't in every Guillermo del Toro movie. I feel like Guillermo del Toro made Doug Jones a household name to nerds like us. We all none of you asked who's Doug Jones. I don't know that actor. We all knew.
Yep.
And these collaborations this is why we know. So I think that should be celebrated. Taking this lovely man, every time I've heard an interview with him, he seems so nice, even though he looks ghoulish and plays all these monsters. He made him a compelling, Oscar-winning romantic lead in The Shape of Water.
What's the new guy's name that's in a lot of the roles that Doug Jones would get? The guy that played it.
Bill Skarsgård.
Yes.
They need to make a
Yes.
movie with both of them as the main leads. That'd be so much fun.
I think you need a movie where the Skarsgårds play themselves and Stellan Skarsgård plays a father who has to admit to his son, I'm not really your father. Your father is this incubus. And then they bring in Doug Jones.
Yeah.
We need to get someone on the stat.
Guillermo, hurry up with Frankenstein, all right? We got an idea. Doug Jones, good one. Good pick. All right.
All right.
Oh, it's Serpentine.
And then,
I get two.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to bend it a little bit. We've been naming directors who've picked a favorite actor they love to work with. I'm going to name the one actor who kind of has the power to name his director, I'm taking Tom Cruise and Christopher McQuarrie.
Yeah.
Very nice.
A real powerhouse team. The one
Mission
example of
Impossible,
it
and
going
then
the other way.
What's the non-Mission Impossible one that they've done?
Valkyrie? One of
Okay.
the Jack Reachers? I
Sure.
forget, but there is one of them. They worked on together on something else, and that's why Tom got him in for the Mission Impossible movies. These
Gotcha.
beautiful works of art.
Yeah.
I listened to the audio commentary for Fallout, and I was wondering how in the world does a star as massive as Tom Cruise introduce himself on an audio commentary track? And it starts out with Christopher McQuarrie saying, "Hi, I'm Chris McQuarrie. I'm the director." And then Tom Cruise says, "Hi, I'm Tom. I'm the director's friend."
yeah.
So sweet.
That's sweet.
Just a buddy. I'm
Yep,
just here
just
tagging
buddies.
along. Your old buddy Tom. Yeah, I hope they do something else outside of the Mission Impossible now that he's quote unquote done with Mission Impossible. You know.
He's not done with a period. He's done with an ellipses.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I can like I know Melissa. Yeah. You and I have discussed it that we think maybe there's a chance they're like sneakily putting one together.
I wonder. Time will tell.
But regardless, I hope they do something else because I feel like it's also about time that we've gotten Tom Cruise in a more dramatic, less action heavy role, more like acting role, and not running really fast role. You know.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten you to watch Magnolia yet.
Nope.
I
Have
can't
not.
wait. Can't wait.
Good stuff.
This is
Is that all five for you?
No,
Jacquelyn,
I've
you were
got
about to say
one
something?
more.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, I
Gotcha,
was going to
gotcha.
say this is perfect timing considering it involves two actors we've already drafted so far. But there is going to be a movie. I don't know if it's still filming or if it's finished filming with Tom Cruise and John Goodman, directed by Alejandro Gomez Inarritu.
Yeah, I knew about this. I did not know John Goodman was in it. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do we know
I
anything
have no
about
clue what it's
it
about.
is?
I know
No?
that he
I've
injured
heard
himself on
it's-
set, apparently.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I know it's a little bit of a comedy. And it's...
Okay. Good.
Oh, it's about like a man with either the world's best luck or the world's worst luck. It's some sort of abstract one sentence log line like that. Real high concept.
Interesting. Okay.
We'll see.
What other comedies has Tom Cruise done before? I don't know if one comes to mind, but I'm not familiar with like all of his
well,
stuff.
since the 80s era, I guess you could say like Cocktail, maybe that's a comedy. I don't know that era too well. We have, I think Magnolia's funny sometimes. Jerry Maguire, I think, is technically a comedy.
Okay.
The weird stuff like Rock of Ages, Goldmember, Tropic
Yeah.
Thunder. There's
okay,
things
yeah,
like
Tropic
American
Thunder,
Made and
stuff like
Night
that,
and
yeah.
Day that I don't know well enough to say if they're action comedies or not. He's done some comedy. It's
What a
not his
role he
main
had
thing.
in Tropic Thunder, though. That makeup and the dance he does, and that is
Yes.
absolutely ridiculous.
Let's get him dancing again. Let's make him do
Absolutely.
a whole Life of Chuck dance. He'd really commit to it.
Oh, good stuff.
That would be great.
Jacquelyn, back to you.
Okay, so this is kind of my wild card, but it felt very true to me as a human being, and it is Tim Burton and Lisa Marie, which,
Oh,
if I should
cool.
explain this in further detail, Lisa Marie was Tim Burton's ex-girlfriend, possibly ex-fiance before Helena Bonham Carter. And so she was in a lot of his movies in the late 90s and early 2000s. So she played Vampira in Ed Wood. She's credited as Martian Lady in Mars Attacks, which if you've seen that movie, you know exactly who I'm talking about with this very specific walk. And she has a small role in both Sleepy Hollow and Planet of the Apes, although I don't really remember either of those roles as much as I do the first
Yeah.
two. But imagine what else they could have done if they had stayed together as a couple. Just those four
Yes.
little roles alone, or just the two, really, if you're,
Interesting.
thinking about it, the first two I mentioned. She really left an impression on me.
Huh,
Wow.
okay.
She really walked so that Helena Bonham Carter could run in those movies.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for honoring her work. I'm so happy you pulled that out. I never would have thought of that.
Good
Thank you.
stuff.
Happy
Good
to do my
stuff.
service.
Yeah. That's almost like the Doug Jones to Ron Perlman there.
Right, right.
Okay, so I've already done 3 of my picks, so I get my next 2, and that finishes me off. So I'm gonna go with Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone. They
Good.
did The
All
Favorite,
right.
Poor Things, and Kinds of Kindness. I have
And
not seen
Begonia.
The Favorite. Yeah. Have not seen The Favorite. I've only seen Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness. I think I would say I like Poor Things the best of those two, but that's also probably just because of its structure, whereas Kinds of Kindness is kind of like short story vignettes, right? But there's something about Emma Stone just getting weird. That's just like, yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Love it.
I love her dance. That's a good dance.
yes.
In Kinds of
Yes.
Kindness. We should draft dance performances. We have
Yes.
talked about this. I also wanted
Yeah.
to draft dance scenes in movies.
Sure.
We've
Yeah.
two have come up organically without me even pushing for it. This is what we have to draft next time.
Oh man, mine's gonna be
Yes.
Breaking 2 and other stuff. So yeah, Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone. That's a good combo.
I love it. Thank you. Coming
And
back,
then-
coming back with Begonia. More buzz for her there.
Yeah. That's also one that I've not seen and I'm not familiar with.
Well, because it hasn't come out yet. It comes
why.
out later this year.
That would be why.
Big buzz for her. Big buzz for Plemons. Would love to get another nom for Plemons.
Yeah. Okay. How did you want me to do? Like a foreign director? Do you want me to do a director and an actor combo that I've never seen any of their stuff? Do you want me to do one that like how weird do you want me to get? Do you want me to go mainstream?
Oh,
Follow your heart.
there are some big mainstream heavy hitters that have not been named up until now, but
There's
we
quite a
all know
bit.
what they are.
Right. Yeah.
I go with your heart.
You know what? Just for the hell of it, I'm gonna do the one I've never seen any of their stuff. Mike Flanagan and Rahul Kohli.
Okay.
I have not seen Haunting of Bly Manor, Midnight Mass, The Midnight Club, The Fall of the House of Usher, or The Life of Chuck, or Carrie, which will be the upcoming one that they're working on. I've only ever seen Rahul Kohli in iZombie, and him on a bunch of other like podcasts and stuff, because he's also a big gamer and a
Yes.
big nerd, and he's on all of that stuff. So, yeah. Haven't seen any of their
I-
work. What good like tag team there. Yeah, I know.
You're just here rooting for the concept of friendship.
Yes. Yeah.
This is Kyle, now that I also have a major Flanagan blind spot. I know him by reputation. I did see Life of Chuck, as
Yeah.
mentioned earlier.
And I don't know how
And
big
I watched-
Rahul Kohli's role is in that, or if he's just like an extra in the background. I don't know.
That is a movie with a lot of very small performances in it. I would love to watch more of the Flanagan horror series. Kyle, would you go on this journey with me?
Yes,
Must I go alone?
We've pitched his stuff on the review show in the past. It just
Hasn't happened, yeah.
hasn't been picked. Yeah. So
Next year, 2026, is the year we dive into Flanagan. We make the pledge now.
dig our fingers into that fertile clay, come up with Clayface.
We're going to dig our fingers into the handcuffs of Gerald's game. We will pry our hands loose.
Yeah. At one point,
Big surprise.
Flanagan was attached to the adaptation of Something is Killing the Children, which I was super excited
I like
for.
that.
I was thinking that was maybe gonna be my first Flanagan, but I don't think he's attached to that any longer, if I remember correctly. But
Last we heard, it was the folks who did Dark. Is that still true? We said this like
think
2
that was-
years ago.
Yeah, I think that was also a name that was attached, but also something I haven't heard anything about in forever. So I don't know, but good stuff. That's my team. Do you want me to re-say my team, or should we wait till we're all done?
We'll do it at
picking?
the end.
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Jacquelyn, what is your
Jacquelyn, I
final
believe this is-
selection?
Yeah, your final one.
Okay. So there's one I'm very tempted to pick, but I feel like you might draft it, Melissa, and I would really like to leave it for you. So
Steal
I'm
it.
going to
No
take a
mercy.
chance
Go for the throat.
that you'll draft it. And if not, I'll mention it later in honorable mentions. And I'm just going to go with a safe bet and draft Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro. Had to pay my respects.
Combo.
Yes. Our oldest combo, perhaps.
Yeah.
Our most familiar, familiar in like
At
a
least that we've
populist
mentioned
mainstream way.
so far.
Right. But also familiar in a warm old sweater with leather elbow patches kind of way. It's like, yes, things are
Yeah.
good.
Interesting.
There's something right with the world when you see Bobby in a Marty picture.
See, with the
Yeah.
elbow pads, you then have me thinking of something else. I also don't want to say, in case this is one that's coming up. I don't know. I don't know what all your options are that you've written, but yeah, there's another combo out there that I think is just that. Oh, it's a good cozy combo.
Yes, there's many cozy combos we can pick from. All right. For my final pick, the final pick of the draft, I'm very happy I wound up with this spot, and I can deliver the final twist of drafting M. Night Shyamalan
Yes.
and M. Night Shyamalan.
Yes. Thank you.
You know.
Yes.
You know me very well.
M. Night Shyamalan as himself.
There's actors who become directors and continue to act in their own directorial efforts, like your George Clooney's, your Bradley Coopers. There's directors who will cast themselves in like little cameo roles, like Martin Scorsese. And M. Night is in this weird liminal zone that no other director is in, where he will always give himself a handful of lines. Sometimes he is a minor supporting character. Sometimes he holds weird amounts of weight in the plot, like in Lady in the Water, where he's a
Yeah.
guy who's writing like a philosophical book that's going to cause a riot. It's so funny to me every time that he continues to do it. It feels like a joke. What I love about M. Night Shyamalan is that he's really a dork. He's just like a dorky dad from Philadelphia who likes dumb jokes, and him continually having too much presence in his own movies despite not knowing how to act well enough, but also not terribly enough that it's funny. This is the greatest joke of all. He is exactly at the perfect pitch for this to be so funny every time. I love when he's the uncle in Trap and he has to specifically say, I'm her uncle. I'm her mother's brother.
Yeah,
Like
we
Josh
needed
Hartnett
more
was gonna ask.
explanation.
How? Tell me how you're her uncle. He gets to say his own weird, unnatural, stilted dialogue. He's my favorite. And sometimes you get the really clever, hidden M. Night, which is rare. Normally he puts like 5% too much of himself in a movie. But in the first episode of Servant, he's like a delivery person bringing a package
Yeah.
to the door, and you just see him like reflected in a doorknob.
Yeah.
It's like an old school Hitchcock sort of cameo, which I know
Yeah.
is his inspiration point, but normally he goes above and beyond that. So when he does restrain himself back to Hitchcockian levels, I appreciate it.
So two things. Hitchcock and Stewart was the elbow pad sweatshirt cozy
Oh, yeah.
pair that I
Yes,
was like,
yes.
there's another one out there that just feels comfy cozy, you know. But one of the podcasts I listened to, Friends at the Table, it's a live action role play tabletop RPG podcast. They have a side show that they do called Media Club Plus. And their first section was on an anime called Hunter x Hunter, but their new section that they're on is an M. Night Shyamalan section. So they are reviewing
Good.
the movies of M. Night Shyamalan.
Good.
And they have 2 out so far. They started with The Sixth Sense, and then they went to Unbreakable after that. They're not doing everything.
Chronological order.
But they are covering a handful of them, and some of them have seen every one of them. Some of them have never seen them before, stuff like that. So I would say go check out Media Club Plus if you want a M. Night Shyamalan podcast right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was a wild series.
All right. So Melissa, let's stay with you. Who's your team? Let's go back over the entire team that you have.
My team of 10 guys is the Coen brothers and John Goodman, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, Guillermo del Toro and Doug Jones, Christopher McQuarrie and Tom Cruise, and M. Night Shyamalan and Self.
Great stuff. Jacquelyn, your team. Let's go back over your list.
My team is Paul Thomas Anderson and Philip Seymour Hoffman, Richard Linklater and Ethan Hawke, James Gunn and Michael Rooker, Tim Burton and Lisa Marie, and Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro.
Good stuff. And then for my team, I have Hiro Murai and Donald Glover. I have Bong Joon-ho and Song Kang-ho, David Lynch and Kyle MacLachlan, Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone, and Mike Flanagan and Rahul Kohli.
That is the Art Kids draft.
Right? Yeah. I had.
That's your perfect roster.
Do we want to go over like honorable mentions or stuff that we had written
Yes.
down that did not get picked? Because I had a few that I really liked. I did have Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman written down, but my most mainstream was Christopher Nolan and Cillian Murphy. They worked
I had that one
together.
too.
Yeah. I also have the Wachowskis and Dona. She's the Korean actress in Sense8 and Jupiter Ascending and Cloud Atlas.
You could have gone Wachowskis and Pantoliano.
Right, yeah. I also had Wong Kar-wai and Tony Leung.
Nice.
And then Akira Kurosawa and Toshiro Mifune.
Be right back.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering if anybody was going to pick a truly old-fashioned one.
Yeah.
I thought about taking Robert Altman and Shelley Duvall.
Okay, yeah.
These are some of my honorable mentions. John Carpenter and Kurt Russell.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big one. I thought about taking Wes Anderson. Surprised nobody took any of his many guys that you could have selected. But if I had to pick a selection, I would have gone with Jason Schwartzman because I love that those two have worked together for so long that their first collaboration together is Rushmore, which is a classic story of teen angst. And their most recent collaboration is Asteroid City, which is the story of being a widower and a father. It's like all shades. So many generations and seasons of life have been depicted in the pairings of Wes Anderson and Jason Schwartzman, particularly. Joe Dante and Dick Miller. That I knew nobody was going to try for that one except for me. Dick Miller, he's like the guy in the Gremlins movies. It's like, Gremlins, they attacked our planes in World War II.
Did you see that Lego just announced a Gremlins set? It's like an actual Gremlin that you can build.
Okay, I'll Gremlin. I want to build Clamp Tower, but okay, I'll build just a Gremlin.
I think it's the Gremlin with some 3D glasses that he has that you can either
Perfect.
Like
I'd
that.
love to do that. I also considered Christopher Guest and Fred Willard. Christopher Guest, another director with quite a bench of regular players.
I don't think I'm
and I decided
with that name.
I've not yet made you watch a Guest, but that's Waiting for Guffman, Best in Show, A Mighty Wind. He's an actor in this. He didn't write and direct it, but Spinal Tap.
Okay, I gotcha. I
thought about taking Tim Burton and Danny DeVito.
Ooh, that would have been a good one.
I
too.
think
on my
that's an
list, too.
undersung pairing.
Good old DeVito.
There's all sorts of other obvious ones. You could have taken Cillian and Christopher Nolan, or Cillian and Danny Boyle, Danny Boyle and Ewan McGregor.
Christopher
Spielberg
Nolan also had like
and
3 or 4 that he
Right.
had, yeah.
Right. That you could have gone Spielberg and Tom Hanks, Zemeckis and Tom Hanks. I thought
Those
about
were both
taking
on my
Spielberg
list.
and Mark Rylance.
Yeah.
And this has been mostly a boys' club, but the pairing that inspired me to start this draft in the first place, which I did not ultimately draft because I haven't watched enough of her filmography yet, was Kelly Reichardt and Michelle Williams.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Respect must be paid.
Indeed. Jacquelyn, who was on your bench that did not get drafted?
I had a lot. I wrote down David Lynch and Laura Dern. And I wrote down quite a few people with David O. Russell, like Christian Bale, Jennifer Lawrence,
yeah.
Bradley Cooper, PTA and John C. Reilly, Noah Baumbach and Adam Driver, Sophia Coppola and Kirsten Dunst,
Yes.
Tim Burton and Eva Green. Even though she hasn't been in any of his
Yes.
good movies, I do like their work together.
She looks like she belongs there.
Yes.
Which I think is the joke about Tim Burton, is that he dates women that looks like he drew them.
Oh, man. I mean, hey, if you have a type, right? You know what you know what you like.
If I had to pick a PTA staple, my honest favorite is Luis Guzman. Small roles in a couple movies, but such a heavy hitter. I think he doesn't quite get the credit he is due for being really, really solid in all those movies.
That's a good pick. If I had realized that we were doing music videos, I would have maybe also thought about doing PTA and Alana Haim. Because as far as I'm aware, she's going to have a role in One Battle After Another. I don't know how big the role is. I haven't seen her in any of the trailers yet, but I know she's listed or she's credited in the movie, so...
Oh, that does... I think I have heard that. I know she's in The Mastermind, a Kelly Reichardt film. So perhaps we will also have a Michelle Williams to look forward to.
I have a question to take this one step further. From your own team, what is a director and actor who are not paired together that you'd like to see work together?
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
Like, I think for me, Hiro Murai, he's done a bunch of great stuff on TV. He's even directed some episodes of The Bear. I'd like to see him do... I'm sure he has done a movie. I don't know if he actually has. I'm sure he has, but would like to see him do some kind of movie. I think he'd be a good pairing with Emma Stone. I feel like they could do something neat.
Yeah.
I'd love Michael Rooker and a Scorsese.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be fun.
I'd love anyone in an M. Night. I feel Tom Cruise and M. Night Shyamalan is such a nuclear combination. I'd love to see what that movie is. Right. I'd love... He never moves. He never runs at all. He walks at a slow, moderate pace.
The Frozen Man.
I'd love to see what those two would cook up together. You know, Cruise has been on... When he isn't working with, like, one favorite director a bunch of times, like McQuarrie, he has done a tour of all the big directors. You know, do a couple Spielbergs, do a Kubrick while you can get it in, lead to Stanley Kubrick's death from the nerve-wracking production of Eyes Wide Shut. He tries everything. I'd love to see him circle back around and be like, I never gave this M. Night guy his due.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see him. Not to say that M. Night is an indie director, but it'd be nice to see him be like, you know what, I'm gonna team up with a bunch of different indie directors to help them make their movie, and
he sure
can
could
just have a role in it, and just be like, hey, I'm your friend Tom. Here I am.
Yeah, your friend Tom.
Right? Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. Jacquelyn, did you say one? Did you mention one? Or
I'd really like to see a pairing of PTA and Ethan Hawke. That would be my ultimate dream collaboration at this point.
That feels like it's
seems
already
likely.
happened, just based off of what I saw from The Master. that feels like the kind of movie Ethan Hawke would be in.
Right. You remember when Ethan Hawke just played like man with spray bottle in Glass Onion?
Yeah.
I'd love to see him do something like that again in another director's film.
I would too.
A draft of best performances of man with prop. Number one draft pick, Rami Malek and clipboard from Oppenheimer.
Yes.
All right, here's another one. If all of your actors were in the same movie, which director would you want to direct all 5 of them?
Oh my God. I feel like if I had a movie that starred John Goodman, Bruce Campbell, Doug Jones, and Tom Cruise, I think the plot is they're all assassins of different kinds that have been called together to kill one person. And M. Night directs that and plays the like Mr. Body character who's giving them their assignments.
What about you, Jacquelyn?
Yeah. I think PTA would probably be the director for Philip Seymour Hoffman, Ethan Hawke, Michael Rooker, Lisa Marie, and Robert De Niro. It would be a Magnolia type ensemble cast.
Yes.
Fair enough, yeah. I have Kyle MacLachlan, Emma Stone, Rahul Kohli, Song Kang-ho, and Donald Glover starring in a movie directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Why not?
Yes.
That's
Have them all get weird.
Yeah.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
Which of them will eat spaghetti with their hands?
I feel like Mickey 17 from Bong Joon-ho was similar to that vibe. So I would like to see someone else do something with that. And I think Yorgos Lanthimos would come up with something weird and interesting. That would be just like, this at least looks fun.
Kyle, do you know about the new Park Chan-wook film coming out later this year?
Remind me, what's it called? I've maybe heard of it. I don't know.
It's called No Other Choice. And I just recently learned the log line for this movie, which is that a guy who's been struggling for career advancement for years is like, well, I'll just kill my competition. Then I'll get the job.
Sure, yeah. No Other Choice. No, I don't think I have seen this one. What was the one? There was a Korean movie that came out last year, I think, that I never saw. That I don't remember what it was. I think it was Bong Joon-ho, but I don't remember. It was a crime noir is all I remember. But
Park Chan-wook's previous film, Decision to Leave, that was from the year before.
Park Chan-wook, yeah.
Yep.
Haven't seen that one yet.
It's $5 in the movie draft. Kyle, the movie draft's happening again.
I don't think it did. I don't think I checked in on how I did with that at all.
Well, you did draft Wicked. That got you at least kind of far. But then I think the rest of your draft was like Venom: The Last Dance and Sonic 2.
I finally watched Venom: The Last Dance like a month ago.
Not enough dancing.
It's a movie. Yeah,
I agree.
Not enough dancing. All right.
I still find it incredible that Venom and Magic Mike both have a third installment with Last Dance in the title.
Yes.
And you could easily see Tom Hardy or what's his name in either of those
Channing
movies.
Tatum.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Channing Tatum performance as Venom because they're similar builds. Like physically they're similar types, but like Tom Hardy, he gets his teeth into things and Channing Tatum seems a lot more gentle. I don't know what his Venom voice sounds like.
I don't know. I feel like he'd go for some more like synthetic, like he wouldn't do a voice. He'd have effects put on his voice.
I'd love if his version of Venom just sounded like the brainy gremlin, like he just goes completely intellectual and erudite.
Right, yeah. Indubitably. Oh, it is Spider-Man!
Let's draft threequels.
Swing yonder this way,
yes.
Spider-Man!
I think there's a lot of juice in a draft of threequels, a draft of dance scenes in movies. We've got
Or-
plenty more. I don't know why it took us 2 years to do another one of these. We got to do this all the time.
Yeah, I think something else that would be really interesting is for us to pick a time period and then pick modern movies to be like reset in that time period.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
What if
So,
Venom
like, if-
3 but set in the 1920s or in the 1600s? Like,
Oh my
same
God,
plot
Venom 3,
and
the-
everything, but it's just transported back in time.
It's Venom, the last Charleston.
Right? Yeah.
I like that.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. Well, this is good. This is fun. I do have a blast with these. I know we've been kicking the can down the road a bit with this draft, but these are fun. I enjoy them a lot. Well, with that, I think that's kind of it for this episode.
Yeah.
Jacquelyn, is there anything you'd like to shout out or plug or just say to the captive audience here?
Yeah. I apologize for having to leave for a few minutes. I had to go to the bathroom really badly. So
No
and
worries.
apologies for that. And I promise the next time my lighting situation will be better. But if you want to follow me anywhere, you can go to Letterboxd. I'm Doris_Doomsday. And I log stuff at least at the very minimum twice a week, sometimes up to like 10 plus more times a week. So you can find all of my little movie reviews there. I try to leave a thoughtful review. I mean, I try to make it jokey, but I also don't just write like one word, you know? Usually I've got at least a sentence or two to say about stuff.
That's cool. What's your most recent review?
My most recent review was technically for Licorice Pizza because I rewatched that recently. I've been doing a PTA rewatch in lead up to One Battle After Another. And it's actually, that one is very lengthy about how it was interesting watching this after watching all of his movies in chronological order versus just watching it as a standalone movie.
Gotcha. Okay. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
And Melissa, where can the people find you on the interwebs?
I can't even handle letterbox. I can only
I
handle
don't have one
dialogue.
either.
Right. You'd think I would. No,
Yeah.
I like talking with other people about movies, and when I do a letterbox, it's like I'm just firing an idea into the void, and I don't like that as much. So please email me at yourhostmelissa@gmail.com.
There you go. Good stuff. Good stuff indeed. If you guys want to find me, I am at Kyle Springer. If you'd like to stay up to date with all of the stuff that we do here at the Whatnauts, we are at thewhatnauts.com on Blue Sky. So please go like, share, and subscribe. You guys know the deal with all of that. If you're watching this on YouTube, go check out more of our videos over there on that side of the screen. That would help us out a bunch as well. We hope you enjoyed this one. And this has been number 304 of the Captain's Log. We will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.